Dear Samiksha, so nice to see you. Tell me about your journey of civil services
I
preparation.
started my preparation in 2021 March, and I had completed my MBA in around June 2020, and I was waiting for joining my job. But
Mm-hmm.
since it was COVID year, there was consistent delay, and finally the offer did not materialize.
Mm-hmm.
So even though there was somewhere down the line, I was supposed to prepare for UPSC civil services, but I did not think that I would do it without job. So at that time, I was in a very rock bottom kind of situation. Had kind of lost faith over private sector at that time, and I also wanted to be a part of a profession where I was more connected to the society. And I had this thing that I want to prove myself in this world because I was a middle child. So since the beginning, I had this thing. So I started my preparation. First, I started with other government jobs like RBI and SEBI. Then my father motivated me. He gave me the faith that like I can go for UPSC also. So that's when I decided that I will start taking the classes for UPSC civil services. And the thing is that I was 26 when I started. So my age limit and my attempts were both getting together over together. So I gave my first attempt in 2021 itself, but I was underprepared, so I did not clear prelims itself that year.
Samiksha, now you tell me why did you take history as your optional subject?
Initially, I had filled my optional as sociology because I did not have much idea that year. So, but with time, I understood. So, based on my interest and inclination, I took history, even though I had no technical background in that. I did not have any academic qualification.
Academic background of
Yes.
history. Very
So,
correct.
I started studying for history. I took classes at that time. So, my marks had increased.
Because I think you are the highest scorer in history this time, 299 marks.
Yes, sir.
Last time also our students are getting highest. Notion was there, she got 307. Shruti was the 310. क्या तीन चार मेन पॉइंट होते हैं जो बच्चे के मन में होना चाहिए, कैंडिडेट के मन में होना चाहिए जब आंसर लिखना है?
पहली बात तो for paper one, I will suggest that be very thorough with map because I think my scores had a jump because I did around 18 locations correct this time.
हम्म।
So if you are preparing for map, then practice both political and physical, and also practice the district map also of India, so that even if you don't know what they are asking specifically, you can at least write about that district. You can at least write the name of the district. For
हम्म।
answers, I this time I did the second question and third question. So what I did was, first of all, Neolithic, Chalcolithic, that age. It's
हम्म।
asked alternately, and it's a very scoring theme because the options or the type of questions that can come out of there are limited, but they are very scoring because they have very defined historiography, and you can use value additions like maps also in that to showcase. So that's what I did for Chalcolithic questions. I was not very sure about the content, but what I knew and understood from the question, I wrote whatever I had in the content. And along with that, I will suggest that in my experience, what worked was when I attempted in paper one, when I attempted ancient two questions, I got higher score. So in ancient, what I did was there are some limited, some specific themes, especially for the second and third question. For example, as I said, there's Stone Age, then there is Ashoka, Mauryan polity, economy, etc. And certain significant themes can be prepared. Although there are certain themes like Shahartas and Satavanas, they are very. So I would suggest that avoid those questions if possible. If you do not have content in paper one part A, attempt only those questions for which you have very good content. And I think it's possible for ancient India because there are only limited themes. In Part B, I would suggest that attempt one question that also for the topic for which there is very good content. For example, for Mughal, we can prepare because Mughal, even the topic is vast, but we have very good content. Because, for example, this time they asked a question related to land revenue systems also and the urbanization. So I had good content regarding that also. For paper two, what I did was I used to attempt two questions from world history every time. So, and my thinking was that since modern India, it's the most of the examiners, they have very good hold over modern India, and since I did not have expertise in that, so maybe I will not be able to satisfy the kind of with the kind of content they want. They might want some more advanced content. So what I used to do is I would attempt world history and I would do it very thoroughly. I would not leave any theme in that because I had decided beforehand that I would attempt it. So I used to finish it very thoroughly, all the topics whichever are there. And what I did was I attempted sixth and seventh question this time. But one was about American Constitution, sixth question, and seventh question I'm not able to recall. But these were somewhat I was a little doubtful also when I came out of the exam because these were kind of difficult questions. So I was thinking that hopefully I will not be penalized for that because in modern India, third and fourth questions were easy and most of the people had attempted that. And so I would suggest that world history is a safe bet in my opinion. And for modern India, I would suggest that if you're doing one question, then what I used to follow was I used to follow the first half of modern India, which included economics and the early structure of British Raj, etc., the press and the social religion. I used to focus on that topic more, and that's why I attempted the second question. That this time they asked about permanent settlements, physiocratic system. So I focused on that question, and I think somewhere it worked in my favor. I have got 143 in paper two, and I think it worked in my favor because everybody was there. There was this thing that they are attempting third and fourth question, but I had attempted second question, so it was kind of possibly a change for the examiner. And I would suggest this is the most important. Whatever, even if you have very good content, completing the paper should always be the priority.
So when you joined test series with Insight, what did you learn through that program? Was it beneficial to you?
Yes, so because since there were questions of lots of variety, and the thing is that I had practiced answer writing by giving tests only. So often I used to you give the test, even though I used to give them in a simulated manner. And some tests I also used to keep it aside so that I could practice my answer writing. So I used to give it in a piece meal manner. And the thing is that it used to give me an external discipline also because I knew that I have to submit these tests and the test would be evaluated. I was very mindful about the quality of the answers and also that it should be done in time limit.